everybody, and welcome back to The Bright Side with me, Sophia. I hope you've been keeping well and that you enjoyed last week's video. For today's Bright Friday story, we'll be hearing from Debbie Treadway, who's doing an 800-metre open water swim in a lake down in Essex tomorrow. That was a mouthful, but how exciting! She was approached by a friend of hers whose parents suffered from terminal illnesses, and they were treated by Saint Francis Hospice, which is the charity that they will all be donating the funds that they raise to as a way of giving back. But before we get into it, usual disclaimer, these videos are here to brighten your day and put a smile on your face, not to detract from the global situation that is still very challenging for many of us. Now back to today's Bright Friday story and our interviewee Debbie, who is no stranger to the water. She actually swam competitively between the ages of 11 and 19. She swam internationally, and she also did tryouts for Great Britain. So we've got a bit of a pro on our hands here. So let's hear from Debbie, her background in swimming, why she chose to take on this challenge, and what she likes to do when she's not doing laps around the local pool.
It was quite a new challenge for me, and I do like new challenges. I just wanted to do my bit and get involved in something that had health benefits as well, and will hopefully be fun on the day. I was 7 years old probably when I used to go and watch my sister when my sister was swimming, and I would sit on the side and be very, very bored week in, week out. Swimming is the most boring sport to be watching, and one day I just said to my parents, could I actually get in the water myself? And so it kind of all started from there, and I was hooked. I achieved quite a lot of titles while I was swimming. So I was 200 metre backstroke county and club champion, 100 metre backstroke East London school swimming champion, and I was lucky enough to travel to many countries throughout my swimming career. We did a lot of twin towning with other countries, and one particular connection we had was with Holland, where we would do an annual tournament 1 year in Holland and 1 year in England, and we did like a sort of swap. It was wonderful. You know, swimming has been part of my life. It's opened up a whole new world to me, and I've made lifelong friends. 3 others will be swimming in the open water challenge with me from those days. We call ourselves the Seahorse Ladies. Well, my interests have changed a lot as I've got older, to be honest, both physically and mentally, I guess. I love music, any type of music, any genre, any excuse to go to a concert. Especially Harry Styles. I sing in a rock choir, and I love all types of sport. I love playing and watching all types of sports, particularly rugby. I find rugby one of the more gentlemanly sports. I like playing tennis. So yeah, sport and music, I would say, is probably my key things.
Debbie will be swimming with around 40 others, all raising money for the same cause. They have the option of swimming either 400, 800 or 1600 metres, which is the equivalent to half a lap, 1 lap or 2 laps around this lake in Chelmsford, which is actually known as the Tri-farm because it's where they train up triathletes. That was a lot of tra-tra-tra. So just to help visualise that, 800 metres or 1 lap around this lake is the equivalent of swimming 24 lengths of a regular pool or 16 lengths of an Olympic pool. Whichever way you want to put it, that is a long distance, and even for somebody like Debbie who has experience in swimming, it's something that you need to prep for. And she began prepping and training in early April, so it's 5 weeks of training in total. She's been swimming in indoor pools and outdoor pools, going beyond 800 metres each time, so that when it comes to it, this lake doesn't seem so daunting and difficult. Debbie also visited the lake 3 weeks ago and did a bit of a trial run to scope the area, see what it was like. So let's see how she got on with that, as well as hearing a little bit more about the training experience so far.
Today I'm going for my first practice swim in the lake where we will be doing the adventure swim. I'm about to start my breakfast. I've been reading up on what you should be eating before a race for something like this, where it's a long distance swim and it's in a different type of water. I felt it was important that I was prepared properly. So they advise that you have at least 50 to 60% of complex carbs for the week leading up to any event that you're doing that requires quite a lot of stamina. Today I'm going to have some porridge oats and some fruit. I've got raisins. I'm going to have a banana because a banana is slow release energy fruit, so I'm going to have that. I'm going to have some wholemeal bread because that contains carbohydrates as well. After the race, when I come out, I've made myself a cup of green tea because it's important to keep warm. Of course, you've got to treat yourself to a little bit of chocolate to replenish the energy, but also because it's delicious. Water I always have wherever I go. Always 2 towels, 2 hats, always have 2 hats. The lake, the last time we went was 9.5 degrees. I'm hoping it's going to be a bit warmer today. Earplugs, I always need earplugs. Gloves to keep your hands warm and to also act as like paddles and give you a little bit of pull in the water, extra pull. This is a lubricant that you put around the back of your neck to stop your suit from rubbing. Then we've got these lovely boots. They go on your feet, obviously, for warmth again, and for when you're climbing in and out of areas that you don't actually know what's underneath the water. And voila, the wetsuit. This is to sort of give you that warm feeling, obviously, on your body, and you go and have those fitted at a special company. And then we've got open water swimming goggles. You can wear ordinary goggles, but these are light reflective, so obviously when you're turning to breathe or looking up, the sun's in your eyes. Oh, and the famous boots for when you come out to keep your feet warm.
So, open water swimming and why I do it. Initially, I did it to raise funds for the Stroke Association. Always been a freshwater swimmer, didn't really like swimming in water that I couldn't see the bottom. Then I swum Lake Windermere, and that was a baptism of fire. Can't see anything, see your hand going in the water and it disappears. So hey ho, got over that bit. And then I got bitten by the bug. I thoroughly enjoyed the sensation of coming out of the water after you've swum a mile, 2, whatever, and enjoyed challenging myself. The benefits I've learned through my research of cold water, its effects on your mind and your body, is absolutely amazing. And when you get out, you're like, yes, done it.
So I've just finished my swim. I managed to get round a lot further than I thought, actually. It really is a case of mind over matter. It was lovely, beautiful day, sunny, spending it with friends. It's all supposed to just be a bit of fun, and that's exactly what we did. As I agreed to take part in this charity event, I was determined to try and get back into shape. So currently I'm training twice a week, once in the inside pool where I just have my costume on, and then once in the outside pool when I then put the wetsuit on, in order to last the distance. And because of the wetsuit and the conditions of lake swimming, I've had to learn new techniques, really. I've had to trick my body into not reverting back to natural muscle memory. I have to use correct breathing techniques, so I've learned to slow my breathing down in order to maintain stamina over a distance in cold water, and also to slow my stroke, because obviously I need to preserve energy. Again, the conditions are far more challenging than if you're just swimming in a chlorine swimming pool. So it's a completely different way of swimming, but I'm enjoying it. It's good. I'm learning new things, and yeah, I think I'm doing okay.
Now, swimming open water is a challenge in itself, so I'm hoping for bright weather to make it a little bit easier tomorrow. Like I said, she'll be swimming at 1:30 p.m. at the Tri-farm in Chelmsford. Wishing her all the best of luck there. And it's not too late to donate. The target was set at £7,500, with each swimmer raising at least £100, but Debbie's gone beyond that. I will leave the updated total in the caption, as well as the link to her GoFundMe if you want to donate to that cause as well. And that's all for today's Bright Friday story. Thank you so much to Debbie for sharing your story with us. Best of luck tomorrow. I'm sure you're going to smash it. You'll all smash it. And thank you to all of you for watching yet another Bright Friday story. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, if you have a story of your own, or maybe you know somebody that does, do not hesitate to get in touch. You can email me at thebrightsideuk21@gmail.com, or you can message me on any of my socials, which I'll leave in the caption. Check back in on Monday to find out what the next Bright Friday story is going to be. But until then, stay safe and have a bright day. Bye!